This is the Business Hour in partnership with Network B2B, helping you share your passion, knowledge, and make great connections.
You're listening to the Business Hour podcast. It's all about helping businesses share their news about their business, their passion as well. And you may be a small business, you may be even a medium-sized business, and you could do with some help. Well, today I'm joined on the line by Natalie Ellis. Natalie is a virtual assistant. Welcome, Natalie, to the Business Hour. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You?
I'm very well indeed, thank you. Very well indeed. So Natalie, tell me more about the role of a virtual assistant and how you help businesses.
Yeah, so businesses usually come to me when they're on the verge of burnout, when they're feeling overwhelmed, they're spinning all the plates, juggling everything. They just can't handle it anymore, and they just need an extra pair of hands to help them in the business. So that could be either they haven't got a good work-life balance, or they want to see their family more, or they just want to take the business to the next step. So that's when they bring in a virtual assistant. And I know a lot of people think virtual assistants do admin type work, but it's not. We do a lot more than that.
It's interesting. It's interesting you say that, because that is a perception that some people have. And I remember talking to somebody about this ages ago now, and because I remember when I had a virtual assistant. When I was running a food business, and how I described it was Leslie, who was my virtual assistant or PA, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, she virtually ran the business for me in lots of ways. She was part of the board without being on the board. Yeah, she was involved in strategy meetings. She organised me. She told me where I needed to be, what I needed to do, letters I needed to sign. It is much more than an administration role, believe me.
Yeah, and I think because a lot of businesses are online these days, we can help with like social media. Social media is a big thing for people. So many clients come to me that just say, it's a full-time job in itself is social media. You're trying to think of content, you've got the graphics that go with it, you're planning it every week, and everyone tells you that you need to be on social media to run a business. So that tends to be one of the first things that they hand over, because they don't really enjoy it. I've got some clients that just say, it doesn't make my heart sing. That's what I do. So I create the content. You can produce blogs, newsletters. So that's everything from Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook. Yep. So then I plan the content and post it for you. Use the relevant hashtags to get you noticed. So it can be something as simple as that, or it can be full social media management.
So there's a fair bit that you do then. And I guess you could all maybe help organise if they've got an event want to do, or they're trying to organise a sales meeting, and they're just, it's Natalie, there it is, just sort it for me, get on with me, and make my life easier.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So you can do all the project management side of things. So you can project manage clients. So if you're onboarding new clients and you've got processes, I can go through your systems and processes just to make sure that you're doing it in the right way, that you've got the right systems on place. That just make it easier for you as well. So like if you've got an onboarding process for new clients, just to make sure it's structured and it looks nice and appealing for when a client signs on to you. So if you've got forms sending out invoices, so it's all the day-to-day tasks that just take up a lot of time that people just like to outsource and just get off the plate, so they can actually do the job that they set out to do.
And Natalie, on the online project that you mentioned there, is that helping keeping the project on time as well?
Yeah. So the other thing that I do is like the online business manager. So that is project managing the whole project from start to finish. So say if you've got a course that you want to get out, an online course, it would be project managing that up to launch. There's lots of little things that are involved. So if you've got a team on board, as an OBM, you might already have a VA on board. And then you've got a graphic designer, and you've got a website designer, and you've got all these projects that you've got going on. Then I can oversee all that and project manage it, deal with the staff, which is then another time-consuming bit when you've got staff on board. And again, you just want to do your job, do your work, and you're dealing with staff. So that's another thing that I can help with.
There's a fair bit going on there, Natalie. Fair bit.
There is, yeah. Jill of all trades.
Yeah, but it's great. I'd mentioned it, but from personal experience, I know how important that can be, because very often in business, if you're running a business, you actually, there's a big danger that you get sucked into it.
Yeah,
if that makes
yeah,
sense. And you're not focusing on the things that matter. You're focusing on the day-to-day things that equally matter, but you're getting sucked in and you're losing the vision.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of people, they're not working, they're just working, but actually looking at how they can take the business to the next level. So are they doing strategy plans? Are they looking at their business plan, the financial goals? Do they need someone who will just make them accountable? Because some people struggle, they've got all these goals, all these ideas, but then actually put them into place. So that's where I can come on board and help with that as well.
That's a wonderful word, accountable. I love that, because that's the bit where a lot of things fall down. People want to do things.
We've all got ideas, haven't we? And you just need that someone just to give you a kick up the backside and just say, right, this is what needs doing. And I've got like women who come to me and just say, I've got all these ideas, but I'm quite lazy, or I feel like I need someone just to give me that boot. Because I'm then saying, right, well, I need this, that, and the other, or we need to go through these steps to get where you want to be. It's actually giving them that push to help them push the business forward.
Yeah, and sometimes it's that little bit that we don't want to hear, but we know it's right.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like coaching, and coaches are a lot more expensive. So yeah, it's a form of coaching.
So I guess with the work that you do, you can work with businesses anywhere, really, can you?
Yeah. I've got all over the world. I've got quite a lot of clients in America, and the time difference is not an issue. So when they've woken up, all the work's done, which is quite nice for them. But yeah, so because it's online, it's anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. Some clients like to meet in person, might do like quarterly meetup. If they're in the UK, we'll meet up. Others, we just have a weekly catch up, and then we can go through what he's doing for the week, where they are, and that usually helps. Especially if there's a few, like if you're a solopreneur and you've been on your own quite a while, it's hard to hand off, and you're scared. You don't know what to give out. You're like, oh, it's all mine, it's my business, and they're nervous about handing stuff out. Yeah,
it's a bit difficult to let go sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, which I understand.
Yeah, and also I get, I'm just thinking out loud now. It's like you're writing a blog for somebody, but it's also them thinking, well, what do I want to put in this blog? And you might create it, but what do they want in it? It's
so
very much a partnership.
Yeah, so we'd come up with ideas of what we think would work, what we'd want to write about on the blog, and then usually they've got an active blog already, so then I would just look back at their blogs that they've done already, and just the blogs that I do in the future would just be how they word things, how they say things, and just do it like it's coming from them. So it's not going to be it's just going to be how they would write it, not some formal blog.
Yeah, because I guess that's important as well, because it's their personality, isn't it?
Yeah. So you've got to put that across. Yeah.
So without mentioning companies particularly, what kind of sectors have you been working in?
I've got photographers, coaches, accountants. There is a lot of coaches, like business coaches. They do tend, because it's all done online, they do need help. And I've even got a celebrity, an American celebrity.
Oh, wow, let's not go there then. Right, nice one. Yeah, we'll watch out for that one then. Okay. So if people want to really get in touch with you and see how you can help them, how can they do that?
If they go on my website has got a list of everything that I can help you with, and along with all my fees as well.
Okay, and what's the website? What's all the W's?
www.yourbusinesstimesaver.com.
Right, okay.
And there's a contact form on there to drop me an email or give me a ring.
Okay, so if you'd like some help, and the first, forgive me when I say this, Natalie, but the first step in asking for help is actually understanding that you need it.
Yeah. I have people come to me and they're like, I need help, but I don't know what I need help with, which I can understand, but it isn't very helpful. They need to, and I say to them, like, you need to sit down for a couple of hours and you need to plot out everything that you do on a daily basis. Go through it from start to finish, absolutely everything. What do you like doing? What don't you like doing? What's going to take your business forward? What do you need help with? I mean, there's obviously certain things that only they can do, but everything else, can they hand over? And then we'll go through that together, see how we can take bits from them. just a couple of hours a week or just a couple of hours a month, and then they just grow, and as they grow, we grow.
Right, okay. Yeah, so it's really flexible, the service that you provide.
Yeah, it's just about working together, really.
And believe you me, it really does make a difference. It really does.
Yeah.
So, as I say, the first bit is realizing, again, because some people feel as though, again, well, what's going on here? I should be able to do this. It's not that you should be able to do it. It's what you can add value to your business.
Yeah.
And equally, what Natalie can add to your business by letting go of certain things. That's what it's all about.
There's just so much to do when you're running a business. And it's not like working in the 9 to 5 where you've got a team of people and you can go to your boss and ask for help. And especially when you're on your own, it's hard. You're on your own, there's no one to turn to. So that's nice as well. So you've got a little partnership just to run ideas off as well.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, give us that website again, how they can get in touch. And
www.yourbusinesstimesaver.com.
Brilliant. Well, look, thank you for joining me today on this week's Business Hour. Wish you well, and let's hope we open some doors for you, and
Thank you.
People get in touch.
Like to share news about your business, event, seminar, or workshop? Simply email steve@stevetwynham.com. This is the Business Hour in partnership with Network B2B, helping you share your passion, knowledge, and make great connections.
The Business Hour podcast is produced and presented by Steve Twynham. Copyright applies.